the morning, evening, or afternoon, whenever you're watching this, just depends. I figured I'd give you guys a little update since I've been just blogging and not much else. It's because I've gone on Lent recently, which, no, you do not have to be Catholic about doing that. It's a type of fast, so there you are. But I'll be talking more about Lent on my podcast. That's right, I'm finally taking the plunge and going to do a podcast. So that means that if you go to the address that I will put somewhere in this video, chances are down here or somewhere around here, then you can actually go to that website. It's drop.io/samcast, and that's with an S. SAMCAST, and then an S at the end, because it has to be 7 characters long, and Samcast is only 6. Simple as that. I decided to use Dropio because I don't have the budget to have a server, and even if I did on a satellite connection, it's not exactly the best type of connection for serving something like that. Anyway, I thought I'd show you my setup. It's kind of a quirky setup, but it works for my unemployed budget at the moment. Everyone knows my computer and everything by now. You've probably seen it in the background and everything. But this is a new update. Not exactly the iPod, but the device connected to it. That's a little microphone. Now, that's the best I can do, but I have a new application that I downloaded recently that allows me to use that as my microphone for this. I don't have any other microphones, but I use it over Wi-Fi to where it connects wirelessly. I can still plug my iPod cord, so it constantly gives me some power, and it even works because I'll get the same audio quality whenever I do an in-field interview, because I plan on doing some of those, especially for this first one, as I do in the area. There's only a slight echo, which would make people like, say, my dad cringe, and I don't mean that in a bad way either. But unfortunately, like I said, with my budget, it's not exactly easy, and I'll just have to deal with it. At some point, I may upgrade if I get serious about this, but I obviously don't want to spend hundreds of dollars right now, especially with my budget, just to end up not doing anything with it. The way I'm going to set up my podcast is that I'm going to cover topics. Sometimes it'll be me on my own. I do have a slight idea to bring some more friends in on it every now and then, but most of the time you're just going to get the same thing you get from my video blogs, just me talking. Only longer and without a YouTube limitation of 10 minutes. But I'll still continue my video blogging for certain things. I'll still be doing my normal blog, but the podcast is just a supplemental podcast, like some people do, for my blog. That way I can talk instead of type, because some things just don't get out right whenever you just type them. It doesn't have the same weight to it, so to speak, for certain topics, especially talking about something as serious as Lent. So I should be able to put this out sometime after Easter, because then Lent is over with and I can spread this through my social networks, put all possible links in all possible places. That way you guys can find it easier. Those of you that are my friends on Facebook, I'll put a link there. Those of you that aren't will find a link in my links section in the blog, just in case you forget the little address. But for now, I figured I'd send out a video and let you guys know what I'm up to. But anyone else that's going through Lent, keep the faith. You only got a week left. But do not focus on that week. Focus on the fact that you are doing something for God. And that's important. As usual, you can find me at samuellewis.blogspot.com. And wish me luck on the podcast. It ought to be good. And by all means, send me feedback. I've even set up a special email for that. That way I can split them apart. But you'll learn more about that when the podcast comes out sometime around Easter. But you can go ahead and subscribe to the feed if you want, because I've set it up. I just can't do anything else until, 1, I get some interviews, and 2, I'm off of Lent, so I can set it up all properly without breaking the rules. It's something I can wait for, considering it's God. So, see you guys. Bye.